My name is Charmaine, the one and only Miss M, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So, I made this video to advise you as a student teacher about things that I wish I knew before doing my teaching practicals, or things I wish I knew as a student teacher. But now that I'm a qualified teacher, Asikwalapo, I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made. I want you to be qualified better than me. You get what I'm saying? So I wrote some of the things down. The first one that I wish I knew I could have done better when I was doing my teaching practice is teaching practice portfolio. What should be in your file? What should be in your file, ma'am? Yes, because the first thing that your supervisor wants to see when they come to assess you is your file. Yes, it's your file. Before you go and do your practicals, you should get yourself this file. This is the file I was using in when I was doing my teaching practice, but unfortunately, I took out some of the things out and I can't show you. I can't show you what's inside. So this is the kind of file you should be using, not any other file. This is the only file with pocket files inside. And what should be in this file that I just showed you? Your teaching practice information. Number two, also your school profile, your class profile, your teacher philosophy. Like if you want to be a little bit more creative, I don't think it's a necessity to put your teaching philosophy in your file, but just to be more creative, like act like you're that teacher, you're the 21st century teacher. Put your teacher philosophy at the first thing in your file. It should be your teacher philosophy. Your mentor teacher timetable. Yes, that's the timetable you're going to use to attend classes with your mentor teacher. That should be in your timetable, in your file. Also, your timetable as a student teacher, you must create your own timetable using your mentor teacher's timetable. You must create your own timetable because I believe your mentor teacher is going to assign you some classes and you gonna use that to create your own timetable. Another one is lesson plan. Every lesson plan that you make, please put it in your file. Another one is your ATP annual teaching plan for every subject that you are going to teach. Assessment task and memorandum. Every assessment that you're gonna write or do with your class and your mentor teacher, it must be in your file, including the memorandum and mentor teacher observation form. And also every assessment must be recorded. It must be put in your file and your mentor teacher observation forms. Your mentor teacher will be observing you while you teach, and that information must be in your file so that when your supervisor comes, he must find you prepared and he must see that you've been working with your mentor teacher, right? And another one is university supervisor evaluation forms. When your supervisor comes, he will definitely come with his own forms, but I don't know about other universities. At UP, yes, UP, they do give us supervisor evaluation forms. You keep them in your file just in case your supervisor doesn't come with his own forms. You understand? So when he comes, you hand him your file with that for those forms inside, and while he's assessing you, he's gonna grade you. Self-reflection after lesson. After every lesson, I believe every university do this. Yeah, let me just talk about my university fly at UP, yes. At UP, they give us self-reflection form. You're gonna write about every lesson that you did. You're gonna observe, like you're gonna mention the mistakes that you made, what you've learned, what things like that. And attendance register, or yeah, attendance register should be in your file also, and teaching log, kept document. Um, kept document. It's a little bit thick. Yeah, it's too big. Sometimes I don't know, maybe you can just try to summarize it and put the information that you're gonna need in your file. Number two is teaching practice is nothing like university assignments, guys. Teaching practice is nothing like your university assignments. Um, I mean, you can excel in your university assignments, university tests, but when you get to your teaching practice, you might find yourself struggling or failing. It's because, you might think because you know the information, just because you know that you have the knowledge of whatever subject you will be teaching, then it does not necessarily mean when you get there you're gonna be able to teach it, apply it. And that is okay. That is okay. That is how you learn. You can know all the theory, but standing in front of 40 or 50 plus learners can be so intimidating, and you might completely forget what you're doing. You understand? You might completely forget what you're doing, and you need to master your classroom management. Okay. You need to master your classroom management. Knowing the knowledge, knowing the theory alone, it's it's not enough. You must also know how you're gonna apply um, theory, how you're gonna teach your theory, and how you're gonna manage your classroom. Be prepared. Another thing is build a strong relationship with your mentor teacher. Build a strong relationship with your mentor teacher. Your mentor teacher can either make your teaching practice enjoyable or very stressful. Yes, they can make your teaching practice journey enjoyable or very stressful. But one thing I'm going to tell you is respect your mentor teacher. If you find rules in his or her classroom, follow those rules because you are also a guest there. You're not there to change anything. You are there to do your teaching practice and leave. So the least you could do is respect your mentor teacher while he's supporting you or guiding you in your teaching practice. Right. And also be useful to your mentor teacher. Do not listen to people, those who be saying, no, they're using you. Oh no, you're not assigned to do that. That is not your duty. I understand that sometimes you can feel like, no, this is too much. This is just not my work. But don't just be there and just chill and do nothing. Be useful. Be useful. When your mentor teacher is absent, make sure you mark the register. Make sure you teach. Don't wait for your mentor teacher to tell you what to do. Be useful. Be useful. Ask question. Ask where you can help. Mark those books. Mark those scripts. Whatever duty that is assigned to you by your mentor teacher, please do it. Please do it. It's gonna benefit you a lot because one day you're gonna be a teacher. You're gonna be a qualified teacher and you're gonna stand in front of like 50 plus learners, and you will be doing all of that by yourself. So your mentor teacher is basically training you and preparing you for all of that. You understand? Nobody is using you. You are benefiting from all of that. I'm telling you all of this because I've been there. I've been there as a student teacher, but now that I'm qualified, okay, as a UP graduate, I'm telling you all of these guys. Please, um, take note. Take note. Start your lesson plans very early. Do not wait until last minute or a night before and then you want to prepare for your lesson. You're going to be embarrassed in front of learners. You're going to be embarrassed in front of learners because you did not prepare for your lesson, and now the learners are going to ask you questions that you don't even have answers for because you don't know the theory. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're teaching. You're going to get confused. So, the least you could do, prepare for your lesson so that whenever you come across something that you don't understand, you can note it down and then ask your mentor teacher or even do research about it yourself or ask your supervisor. You understand? You understand. Prepare for your lesson. That is very important. Otherwise, you will be embarrassed or you will have a failed lesson delivery in front of your mentor teacher or your learners or your supervisor. You're gonna stutter there. You will be stuttering. Yes, that's not what you want. All right. Please prepare for your lessons. I hope I'm very clear. Thank you. Um, the next one. Do not compare yourself to other student teachers. Some people are very confident by nature, and you know yourself. You're very shy. Chantal, you know that you're very shy. You know that you can't express yourself very well, you can't articulate yourself very well. And let me tell you, that is okay. Don't compare yourself to Dineo, who have so much confidence, who can articulate herself very well, express herself very well. That is so good actually. But don't compare yourself to her. Give yourself some time, be patient with yourself. You only need time. You only need time. I promise you, once you get into that classroom, for the first few days, few weeks, you will be, you will stutter, you will be shy, you would, especially in front of your mentor teacher. It is so hard to teach in front of someone else who you think knows better than you, because you'll be standing there wondering if what you're doing makes sense or what you say makes sense. I don't know if I make sense right now, but yeah, just don't compare yourself to anyone. Do what you're there for, learn, make mistakes, and learn from those mistakes. As time goes on, you will improve. I promise you. It will get better. You won't even believe that it's you, especially in your final year. You're gonna feel like, now I'm that teacher. I started feeling like, yeah, yeah, they can just give me my degree now in my final year because I mastered that. I was so good at standing in front of 50 plus learners and teaching in front of my mentor teacher without caring. It's like he was not even there. It's like I don't see you. I was just there doing my thing because I learned this. I made mistakes and I learned from them. Just take note of this. Be patient. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Oh my goodness. Another one that I forgot to mention, dress code. This one should have